Hey everyone, this episode has some graphic content in it, so make sure to check the episode description for the content warnings, and if you need to, please take a break, take a step away from the content. You can always return back whenever you're ready. We'll be here waiting. What's up, everybody? We're live, despite our lovely guest making great conversation. I'm Jonny. I'm the DM of this campaign, and a list of the cast names and socials with Devan.
Hi.
Ooh.
Devan's in there.
Devan's in there.
It's in the chat, and it's in the
fan.
episode description. We stream each Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, and make sure to follow us, subscribe to our channel if you would like, join our Discord, do all the things. Give us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and subscribe on YouTube. Nailed it. Zack.
Subscriptions.
And make sure to use roll20.net to play all your favorite TTRPGs with your friends on the internet. It literally makes this campaign possible. Thank you, Roll20, for supporting us. We use it every week. It's what you watch our characters on, and how you see all the combats and the enemies and the dramatic tension of those scary, scary battles that Jonny puts us through. Thank you, Roll20.
It's what you love.
It's incredible. It's the best. It's great.
So, next we also want to talk about the fantastic, the perfect, the most excellent Syrinscape, which is what we use for our music and ambiance all throughout this campaign. If you'd like to check out all of the cool shit you can get on Syrinscape, you can check out the Super Siren subscriber, where you can get all of the cool fucking D&D modules, and
makes things 10 times spookier.
And it's super cool. What was the
really good
stream that I had, like, what the fuck was it? There was a stream that I did that I had like set up a Syrinscape for like 2 seconds, like set everything up, and it was done. Fuck, can't remember. I did like some stream, and I can't remember what it was because my brain just won't work. Oh,
You'd be like this,
but it was
right.
cool though. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a home game, and I had set up like a thing within the hour, and we were done playing while they were making characters. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super easy to use. Check it out. There's going to be a link in the chat in the episode description, and if you follow that and you get one of those cool Super Siren subscribers, the triple S here, you can help us with our channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's do a recap. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Last session, you were all finally reunited with Sorsha, and she looked a little different. She was clean, and she was wearing a more formal outfit. As you were all catching up, Elvir and Sorsha made the announcement that they had recently been engaged, and that is what sparked the idea of planning a wedding the day of. Beatrice took on the role of the wedding planner, the wedding coordinator, and was extremely stressed out the entire time. It all turned out well, so Beatrice did a great job. Arxes took the role of officiant and was able to cast ceremony through doing so. The wedding went off without a hitch, and it was an extremely beautiful one of the best that I've ever seen. And the next day, you all hung out and got yourselves prepared for the journey ahead. Arxes, you spoke to Aurora about everything that's pretty much been happening, and just kind of warning her that shit's gonna hit the fan pretty quick. She told you to just return to her in the end, and there was a mutual understanding. And you also spoke to Esmeralda, who requested that you cast some sort of spell on Johannes' body to keep him not in this decomposing state and protect him from becoming undead, which you did. And Vaughn was able to create their trusty, not steed, familiar,
Oh boy.
Bocephalus,
Yeah.
out of the 2 arms of Esmeralda, the extra leg from Vaughn, and the extra arm from Katya, and a bunch of just loose skin and raven feathers and wings, and it was some
And a fox
skull with a ribbon tied on the neck. Woo!
Beautiful.
Just
Just
great.
horrible.
My beautiful
Yep.
son.
Everybody,
My special
everybody
worst.
loved Bocephalus. But yeah,
I definitely
so-
did not try to smite Bocephalus.
And everyone tolerated it.
All
Hey,
thanks to the fact
loved.
that Elvir shared his magical herbs that were in the back of the winery that amounted to the last, I think it was 3 or 5 gold.
Yeah.
Not too hard. But while you were all gathered around the back of the winery, you all heard Aurora scream for Arxes. Each of you running around the winery, Arxes flying above it. You all took stances of defense as you saw that Rahadin had appeared at the winery atop the original Bocephalus, in his hand holding a wedding invitation. And with his spiteful and snobbish characteristic, he just basically said, hey, you're invited, and better show up looking good, or else. You all took the invite out of his hand, and he trotted away until finally turning to mist and disappearing, leaving each of you at the front of the winery, dumbfounded at the current events. But with that, what would you all like to do?
Well, we have more of a timeline now. 1 month. But given your ability to transport a Sorsha, I don't think that should be too much of a problem. Does this change anything for anyone?
No.
It is nice to know that we might be heading toward the end game.
That's
There's
true.
no more wondering.
That is nice. And I think it'll be plenty of time.
In your research, Katya, have you discovered anything about what might happen magically, if anything would change if he was to marry his beloved?
Have I? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, nothing.
I don't think that was specifically searched for either.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, if they were to come together, what would happen?
Fair point. Yeah.
Right, and he would have never let anything like slip around the house when talking about it, right? Or anyone else, I guess.
I would say, Beatrice, you specifically are able to make some check. I just don't know exactly what I would put this as. Maybe I would say an insight. Yeah, we'll do a retcon insight on whether or not.
Sure.
We'll see what the roll is.
Not my strongest. I'll tell you that.
I believe in you.
A 10.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Not that I remember.
there wasn't
It was
really much
usually-
talk about it. Yeah, it was
was
just
usually
it was
very-
the talk of like, this is his ultimate goal. He's never reached it. That's a known thing. Not really talked about because it's kind of like that sensitive topic. But outside of like Tatiana and Irina being the one that he wants, there's not much.
I tried not to ask too much about her when I was there. So, unfortunately, I don't know either if there is any grander magical effect or if it's just that poor woman becoming a part of his entourage.
Unfortunately, I don't have much information in that regard. I haven't come across anything. Hey, wait a second. I like take a step off for a sec, and and I ask Sergey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you hold on to the
On the sword.
hilt that you have of the sun sword, and you feel the warmth return to you, the familiar feeling of Sergey within. What do you say?
Sergey, if you don't mind, a quick question. Do you know, is there any sort of greater effect to Strahd's wedding with Tatiana, or any sort of ramifications that would have?
I do not know. All I know is that
We lost Vaughn for a second. They're back.
I'm back.
all I know is that my wedding with Tatiana was the catalyst into who he is today. With everything that you told me of it starting after our wedding, it seems as though there is something between them, but I don't know.
Well, thank you anyway. I just wanted to check. I'll talk to you later. Click.
Who is she talking to?
I guess I didn't bring this up with everybody, did I?
You guys have seen I would say that this is more of like a mental thing, but you kind of see her just like fiddling with the hilt, which you have seen before. On the way over to the winery from the Amber Temple, you guys had seen, I mean, specifically there was one night where she was pretty much holding on to it the whole night, like just kind of looking around and looking like she was thinking.
It is a little different to like do that during my watch on my own instead of like exiting a conversation, go stare at a sword for a little comeback.
With new information.
Well, no information this time, but I attempted to get new. Yeah, that is a little awkward, isn't it? How would she feel about this? I don't know. But I'm not gonna address it. I come back and I just say, I have no idea.
Is that some sort of divinatory sword? Why?
It's not a divinate. How do I put this? This is a little strange to explain. I guess there's no reason for me to keep secrets. Strahd's brothers, his other brother's spirits is within this sword, and we can communicate.
Well. Does he seem nice?
He's actually very pleasant, yeah. He was the one Strahd betrayed.
Well, I'm very familiar with Sergey. There were a couple slash portraits. I could never really get a measure of what he looked like, but he did seem rather strapping. I think he had a couple inches on Strahd, actually.
Would not surprise me. Yeah, I don't know if I would have that information, but he's very nice, but unfortunately he does not know either. It might just be to satisfy Strahd's own personal grudge.
Well, it doesn't matter if he gets more powerful or not. Either way, he's gonna die at the end of this, so we should get a move on. And like Arxes like starts to like turn, but before he does, he like puts a hand on your shoulder, Katya, and he goes, "I'm happy that you got to talk with some family that's nice to you for a change."
Me too. It's been a pleasant change of pace.
Let's go kill
Vaughn,
your dad.
it's an oversight, Vaughn.
Oh,
I didn't hear a single word of that. I'm suffering over here, guys.
No. Do you want to try turning your video off? See if that works.
Okay, bye.
Okay. See if it helps.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Arxes, certainly don't be so rude. I mean, obviously, Sergei might be nice, but we know that Vaughn is easily the most gracious and helpful of Katya's relatives.
That is very true. I did not mean to slight you, Vaughn. I appreciate your company just as much.
It's all right. I understand that the dog is very off-putting and everyone's in a weird mood about it at the moment.
That is
I'm
true, but I don't hold that
understanding of
against
that.
you.
It's my dog. It's my horrible little creature that I created.
Let me put it this way. It's nice to have family that's like
Family that isn't
generations
fucked up.
older.
I
that
understand.
isn't trying to...
Oh.
That's not what I said.
Oh.
But you know, like my mother, Strahd, they're all older than us and like have been around for a long time and are trying to fuck over the younger generation, and it's nice to have somebody on our side. You know what I mean? He's your relative too.
That it is very exciting and promising that I have another relative that might not kill me on sight, or that could even potentially invite me to a wedding since I'm not invited to this one.
Well, that's
Well-
true.
And kind relatives are a dime a dozen, but nice to have.
Well, the other one I had, you killed, so for my asking.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say.
With
No, I
good
know what I
reason.
did. Did
Well,
we
we
ever
can-
establish if we get plus ones?
We did. Rahadin called back.
Okay, good.
But don't worry. We'll get you in there somehow, though that it does raise the question of who might be the most valuable plus ones for us to bring.
I understand if you don't want to bring me. It's okay.
Of course we
You're-
do.
Of course,
Oh,
you're
okay.
top value +1.
I just more
And-
mean if there's any allies we'd like to have there with us that did not get an invitation, that's a way for us to get
Is Esmeralda on the invitation?
3 people in.
Probably bring her too.
It's a good question.
I would say Esmeralda was on there. She's been traveling with you guys for a
Alright.
while.
That's even more. That's another +1 we get right there.
We get so many plus ones. Do we even have that many friends?
Not.
I don't.
I mean, a lot of the people we meet out here are. Anyway,
I wouldn't stand a chance out there.
They're right here, except for Leyland, who's a bit over there.
And Leyland's also on the invitation.
Leyland
Right.
is not.
Oh, I thought she was.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's fucked up. Strahd, excuse me?
Only over 21.
Yeah, I was gonna say no
21 and
children.
over. 21 and over only.
Yeah,
I know.
It seems-
that's
Vaughn-
fucked up.
It seems like
Vaughn's not on the list, so.
the party grouping that is currently on the invite is whoever was at the most recently traveling together, minus Vaughn, and you're not entirely sure why, but it's probably some petty ass shit since
so
Vaughn
Sorsha
has
wouldn't be on
Strahd's
there
name.
then.
Sorsha would, just because of she was there with you at Moonshade when Strahd was
Yeah.
there,
Uh-huh.
and also Sorsha's been with you for quite a while as well.
Which is the last time we would have encountered him.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
The Moonshade crew minus me because he's jealous that I'm better than him.
Pretty much.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
And stronger too, yeah.
I'm the strongest in all of Barovia and the world, probably.
That's true.
Well,
And
We
you
have
have the best
Dog.
dog.
I have the best Bocephalus that is in the realms.
I'll give you that. That's true.
Yeah, I think I've met a giant or two that you could probably take for sure.
well, we have
Alright.
some sort of timeline. We might as well start rolling it out, right?
We'll start keeping a list of people we want to bring along, I guess, or at least invite. Yeah.
Perhaps
Alright.
one of the elders from Moonshade would be useful.
I was thinking that they are not too happy with Strahd right now. I think that they would be good choices.
Forgive my lack of knowledge on the point, but if we restore the Fanes, are the Fanes beings that we could invite to a wedding?
Van, you are probably one of the smartest people I've ever met. I just gotta say that.
Oh my god.
I would say Sorsha would have to do some sort of either nature or history check.
Right, meow?
Yeah, right, meow.
Okay. Nature or history? Nature it is. Let's see if I'm gonna keep up the theme of bad rolls.
You're not sure.
Yep. It is worth thinking about.
At least
I
send
like
an
where her
invitation, I guess.
Yes.
My head is on top of my neck.
And we love it there.
So good.
Thank you. I want to have you know that I'm still moving like Vaughn does, and it is very disconcerting because there's a mirror right in front of me and I have to look at myself still.
So much. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter who we bring so long as he dies at the end of the day.
Yes, Arxes. We all know how you want the party to end.
He
We
will.
just want him to
Don't
die.
worry about that. He will die.
That's it.
Does that make him a party pooper? The pooper of parties?
We
If
would
it's
be the
Strauss
party
party.
poopers in this situation.
I would
Yeah.
always poop it.
Pooper
Yes.
parties?
Does the party have to end when he dies? Wouldn't that be the start of the actual
It would
party?
be a new party.
The after party?
The after party, yes.
After party. An after death party.
A funeral party.
I have not seen a wedding transition into a wake in some time.
Nope.
Long as some time. When was the last time?
Oh, we had all sorts of shindigs at the castle.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, you all begin to gather your things, and I imagine that you're going to Yester Hill, the Gulthias Tree.
Correct.
All right. Is there anything specific you'd like to get done before leaving the winery?
Mm,
Can't think of anything.
I
I don't think I do either.
Cool.
Would this be a good place for people to gather if we wanted them to come with us? Like, could we have the people
have
here
to-
contact? They have the ability to transform into ravens. They'd be good messengers.
We could ask the Martikovs if they're okay
Yeah.
with that.
You
This has
wouldn't know that
become
yet.
sort of a hub.
I don't think you guys know that.
Oh.
Sorsha's the only one that knows that they can turn into ravens.
I think
Oh.
they told me about it, didn't they?
They
I assumed
almost
we knew
did, but you
because of all
said
the
not
stuff
to
in
tell.
Beret.
You told them not to tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I actually forgot that detail, but I just thought we knew that because of the time in Berez.
I don't.
Because they're like obsessed with ravens.
Correct. Yeah, I mean,
But
I
they're
guess
just
you
obsessed.
could put two and two together. You could, but
I haven't seen anyone
you
transform
haven't
into a
seen
raven.
anybody do that yet.
Okay.
As well as Katya, that conversation ended with they were asking if you could hold a secret and if you felt comfortable doing that and if it wouldn't be exploited, and then you said no, and they were like, okay, cool. Well,
Yeah,
this is
you're
what we
right.
can do.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I guess I'd
Sorsha's the only
say
one.
they're raven. They have like a dozen ravens for every head here. They might as well use them as messengers, maybe? Could people, and this seems to be a safe enough space, and I'm sure it could be protected if the Markovs maybe offered to like furnish the wedding with wine.
I'll go talk to them. So I'm gonna go talk to the hungover Martikovs.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of them are kind of at high alert at the moment with Rahadin showing up and then just
Yeah, don't blame
leaving,
them.
just like that.
I actually, go ahead.
And they're kind
Sorry.
of keeping to themselves, watching you guys, just seeing what you guys are talking and thinking of doing. But
Okay.
you approach this family group and you find your newly husband, Elvir, kind of approaching you as well and looking back to everybody. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've all been invited to the wedding. I will say that we do get +1s, but I don't want you going.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad we agreed on that. But we are thinking that we want to start creating a party. People that are against Strahd, and they need a safe place to go. Do you think here is a good option?
I think it's a good idea, outside of the fact that Strahd's, well, not servant, but whatever, Chamberlain, I guess his name, Rahadin has just come here, knowing that we would be here. But I guess that would be anywhere, I don't know. Nowhere in Barovia is safe from Strahd, but I guess this is the best place to go.
I'd talk with your family, and
Okay.
we should see if that is an option. If not, we could possibly think of somewhere else, but this seems to be the best option.
Okay.
We,
Do you need an answer before you leave? I know that you are going to Yester Hill. Are you coming back?
Not for a while. We are...
Okay.
We have 3 places that we need to go.
Okay.
But we need a way to also communicate with ravens or other ravens. I'm not good at being sly.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay. Well, we could send them to Moonshade, but like you said, there's nowhere for them to be safe. And
Moonshade wouldn't be a bad idea.
would you feel more comfortable with that?
Well, if you think about it, Strahd might think that it's completely destroyed. That might not be a place that he would think to look at least.
That is not a bad point either.
I could, I could Raven over there and see.
Okay, you do that. Please hold. I'm gonna go back to the group.
Okay, I'll check with my family too, just in case. And you leave.
Well, Evero said that he would talk to the family, but he did bring up a very good point. Moonshade. If we send everyone there, he brought up the point that Strahd already thinks it's destroyed, and that it wouldn't be beneficial to go back. What do you think?
It's a fair assumption.
In theory, he should be too distracted with wedding planning to commit another genocide.
Well, I kind of assumed that was the case last time.
Well, yes.
Strahd is a kid with a magnifying glass, and we're an anthill. Yeah, so he has fun torturing those that cannot defend themselves.
It's true. If he isn't too distracted, if he decides he does want to blow off some steam with a genocide, which of these 2 places would be better defended?
Jesus Christ. What a question.
Oh, that's a good point, though.
It sucks that it is.
To be fair,
Sometimes you gotta ask the real questions, okay?
to be fair, Moonshade has already been destroyed, so I mean, how much more harm can he really do?
Yeah,
He could kill
still
the people.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with Moonshade, obviously, they know what they're doing. And if we send people to Moonshade, then that means the people that we're sending are also pretty strong. So that's more firepower there for defense. And Moonshade has grown stronger since the last attack.
I think it's a good option. I just want to consider all the factors.
As for people, I can maybe talk to my wife and see if she can get in touch with her family, although I'm not sure how many of them are left after we slaughtered them.
I would say, from here on out, let's not discuss the names of who we might summon openly, anyway. Because I actually have something I think it would be good. He might, if he knows a location, he knows a location, but if he doesn't know a time or how they're being contacted, I think that could still retain some benefit to us. And on that fact, I do have actually a wedding gift for your husband, and I remove a necklace from my neck. It is the amulet of proof against detection and location. I would say whoever is coordinating the messages in contact should have this, because clearly one of us wearing it makes no difference if he can just find the rest of us.
That is very thoughtful and amazing, yes. I'm sure that Elvira would be more than willing to be our messenger pigeon.
Or whoever, if he's going to be coordinating who's eventually sending the messages. I think it's just hiding a messenger could effectively hide whoever we are contacting as well. Then each of us could, any of those of us who are, procuring a +1, could then just hand Elvia maybe a sealed slip of paper that he reads, so only he knows who that contact is going to, and if Strahd can't follow him, then Strahd won't know.
That mean that Elvira is coming with us then? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying whoever is sending the messages.
Ah.
If that was Elvia, I assume that would make sense, but if it wasn't him...
How do we tell him who we're going to be inviting?
We could just write it down and hand it to him. We do so subtly enough that it can't be spied upon, I don't know.
Well, it's not like Strahd can't scroll through time to see each thing. He would have to be looking at that precise moment to see the thing, right?
We also have the option of...
Oh, yes, I could give anyone my finger.
Yeah, we tip a hat. I can connect us all with the helm of telepathy.
You guys got a lot of really cool shit while I was gone.
Thank you, I'll make it.
I don't have anything, I just have my hand. And
it's
an
still
arm.
pretty cool shit.
I also got the cool sword.
Okay.
We'll go to mind to discuss people more freely, but yeah,
cool.
I think we should compile a list to give whoever the messenger is now telepathically, and then that person will have this non-detection amulet so they can move about freely.
That is
Seems
a good
very
one.
reasonable.
Vaughn
Yes.
is my +1, so I don't have anyone else to invite.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I am hoping that maybe I could convince the fans like you guys talked, so I'll reserve my +1 for that attempt.
Every time I hear +1, I just think of a weapon. Every single time.
You nerd.
I know.
That'd be a really
Sword.
cute wedding invitation. It just has like a little +1 sword
Right.
next to
Yeah.
like the invite line.
You can bring
That's
your
fucking
clothes
cute.
on.
Damn. Too bad I'm already married.
Damn.
That'd be a good idea.
Do it again. Renew the vows.
There you go.
Once
There you
more.
go.
Love it. Good?
Anyone else got one that they know right now?
I can't think of anybody right now.
I don't get a +1, and the only person I knew is dead.
Right. Well,
Unless-
Leyland is certainly someone's +1.
Leyland wishes to go. If we wish to bring Leyland,
If she wants to go, I'm not going to stop her, but I would prefer if she did not.
Yeah.
We'll talk to her about it.
When she sets her mind to something, she's like me in a way. She won't stop until it happens, but a father worries.
How long have y'all been traveling for now? Nearly a year, right? And you haven't made a single friend in that entire time?
they made Casimir.
Do I look
We could
like I
go
make
back and drag
friends?
his zombified corpse.
an astonishing amount of them have turned out to be rather shitty, or they don't make it.
Such as Barovia.
Such is Barovia. How long have we been doing this anyway?
Like,
Yeah.
I think we asked
Barovia?
before, and it was like 6 months or something since you started, like since the beginning of the campaign or something, right?
I would have to.
Hard
I would
to
have to go
tell.
back. I would have to go back, but it's minimum 3 months.
Okay.
So much shit happened.
That sounds right.
I feel like it
Minimum
minimum more than a
3 months.
year
I
came
though.
in.
Not more than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you guys had like time skips you were working with.
No, I don't think we. I don't think we really times. I don't think we
I don't
actually
think
time skipped
so.
at all.
If it was,
Other
if it's
than-
more than 6 months, I would be shocked.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's. I
Like
think it's
that.
under 6 months, over 3 for sure.
That feels right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back and I'll
Still,
figure it out.
No friends.
What is I turned to Esmeralda. What was your master's name again? Are we on speaking terms with him anymore?
Van Richten. We're never on speaking terms with him. He's his own
What is
kind of person. He's kind of a dick too.
oh, you know him better than I would. Is it a bridge that you could rebuild for this occasion?
No, I've tried. He thinks that he's cursed, and he needs to work alone. Otherwise, people get killed around him. It's a noble act that is really just a bunch of bullshit. So no.
I can relate. So.
Yeah, total bullshit. Never heard of anyone doing that before. Okay, well, strike him off the list then. Forget about it. Yeah,
We can
not
try.
a lot of other options. Maybe
I
I'll
just
talk
don't
to him
think-
if we can
Ye-
find him.
What about useful enemies? I mean, you don't have anyone else who hates Strahd that you couldn't temporarily form an alliance with?
No, we murder them usually.
Y'all are not very good at coordinating a network.
I can.
No,
I wouldn't
I guess
further
there's.
elaborate, but
I mean, I guess there's Lady Wachter. We could attempt to like parlay with her instead of overthrowing her whole cult thing she has going on right now. So, if that's an option you really want to pursue.
But
I'm not just kidding.
She-
I mean, I was the person who came. Sorry, go ahead.
she didn't. She doesn't seem like the one that would be leaving anytime soon from Velikai. So
The only other people I can think of are like the Lich, but I don't think he would leave.
Is he? I don't even think he's able to leave. Is he?
I don't think he would leave either.
I don't think he would leave. And his
Would be
Also a
amazing
friend of
to have
Strahd.
him.
Right.
Question. Are we, is this telepathy or are we still talking out loud? I missed it.
telepathy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
We're
that
just all
case,
sitting in a circle silent.
Just staring at each other.
I feel like the only people who know this piece of information are Katya and Sorsha. So at the moment, so I'm just gonna say, again, I don't know how intact they are, but I could ask my wife to contact her family. They are,
That could be an option too.
although it would be, I'm not sure if
It's
they have
another-
control over their
Yeah.
thing.
What is
True, it's
their-
another bridge we'd have to rebuild after last time.
What is
We-
their thing?
Yeah, my wife and her family are werewolves.
Oh, so it runs in the family.
Her side.
I think that could be useful.
Always an
And I believe
option.
it when we, very long time ago, when we first met, you said you would want the Mordekov standing at your side. Sorsha, isn't that correct?
Absolutely. They are resourceful people.
Like in a fighting way, or are they just going to die.
I mean, would I know if they actually have any kind of special skills that could be
you know that
beneficial?
like their skills are more in like carrying whispers across Barovia more than it is fighting.
Okay.
It's all about the cloak and dagger for them rather than it's the cloak rather than the dagger for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are good allies because they are able to move below detection, which is what we need right now with Strahd, because apparently he sees everything. So they may not be fighting, but they would be essential to a battle.
And they could potentially scout for allies for us.
Oh.
If there are people rebelling against whatever Lady Vokta is doing in Valakai. Or there are individuals who seem against Strahd that haven't been snuffed out of existence.
There are also the Vistanis outside of Valakai we could talk to. They are good friends of ours.
The Vistani. That's a touchy subject.
I don't know how much they would go against Strahd, but we're at least on good terms with them.
I doubt that they would go against Strahd at all. And the only reason why is because they're the only ones that can leave Barovia. So why would they?
Don't bite the hand that feeds you, all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what about people who really have it out for the man? What about the Dusk Elves? I know we didn't have a great relationship with one of them, but maybe another of their ranks could be more useful?
You know other ones?
Not personally, but how hard can it be to find them?
I mean, they were all but eradicated from this sad picture in Casimir's spellbook.
Well, there must be he wasn't the last one. There must be a couple others.
I imagine they're all relatively would be. Well, how long ago was that?
I have not seen any others besides him since coming here.
Well, Rahadin is one, yes.
Oh, right. I guess I didn't consider him as a potential ally.
Well, I wasn't considering him a potential ally. I was just saying that we have seen another.
Real talk,
Dusk Elf.
I forgot he was a Dusk Elf. My bad.
Can I do a big think and try and remember any information I might have on an enclave of Dusk Elves anywhere? I don't think Rahadin and Casimir were the last two alive.
Right. You don't really need to do a big think about it.
Little think.
Yeah, just a little think. And Katya would help you get there anyways because Katya's actually been there. It is in the same camp as the Vistani that are outside of Valakai. You guys had met with Casimir and you had seen hovels that were like kind of built into the hill that they were on.
Oh, did he have other ones there too?
There were other Dusk Elves there.
Oh, it's been so long. Okay, I have actually seen.
So
this is why you can't make friends. You need to remember more names.
So Katya you didn't actually see them, but you went down, you did see two guards outside of Casimir's hovel, which made you believe that there might be some, but you didn't know. And then just kind of bouncing ideas off of Beatrice, that's when you both come to the conclusion that there's probably some more there.
Let me try that again. So like, Casimir had other friends in the camp. I didn't meet any personally, but there could be other Dusk Elves in that Vistani camp.
Well, it sounds like Valakai is becoming a much more important stop on our trek.
I guess so.
Yeah. If we can convince those people to not be so intensely devoted to their cult, then yeah.
Well, it sounds like we have an exciting prospect for +1s then. Doesn't really seem like we have anything we can tell your husband now, though. Anyone we should be seeking out.
So then how do we tell him if we do find someone?
Well, I have an option that I. Do you have any way of contacting him, Sorsha, or do nothing?
I'm not gonna lie, I totally spaced out because I was reading something.
I was asking, do you have any way to contact, your boo, at all?
Oh,
Like, do you have sending, or does nobody has sending, right?
I don't know if I do. I have this like Raven thing.
And like Animal Messenger, right?
Animal Messenger.
I do have
which
Animal
you can
Messenger.
upcast to make it like another 2 days on the 24 hours that you have. But that's not instantaneous. But you're not really looking for instantaneous results since you have a month.
Yeah, I have the figurine of Wondrous Power. So basically,
that summons a creature, I think.
Yeah, a Black Raven. Imagine that.
On brand.
Yeah, on brand.
I also have John. I can't communicate with him outside of a mile, but he doesn't stop existing. You know?
Right.
Shit.
And he has intelligence of 6.
Sending.
He can do some stuff.
Oh, Leyland has sending, so we can just use that.
She could just check in with us, and we'd tell her if there was anything to pass along.
Yeah. I
Perfect.
forgot to think of her casting. Yeah, no, she definitely has sending.
That's good. I'd rather not have to be so generous today.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't have a sending.
I wasn't sure if Drew. I felt like Druids didn't get it. Okay, well, we can just tell her to check in with us every once in a while, and then if we have a note, we can pass it on then. Theoretically, we might be coming back here sometimes, but
I have a potentially wild question, because I know that we took it from there and restored it back to the Martikovs, and they probably don't want to return it, but we could theoretically get a house on our side.
A house? Like a family?
It's an interesting idea.
Refer to my mother's hut.
I mean a literal house.
Oh.
Sorsha, there was a literal hut that was walking around and almost killed us. Yeah.
Why do you guys get to have all the fun?
Well, we killed my mother.
I don't know if I would have called it fun.
I mean, was it a good thing or a bad thing that you killed their mother? Because
that's how I met all my new friends, and I asked them to as my first meeting upon them.
It was a very good thing. It was a good thing we did.
That is a good thing. I mean, the first time they met me, I killed my father, so we're super on brand.
Twins. High five.
A lot of matricide and patricide going on in this party.
Well, we have to kill your mother. It's on my list of people we have to kill. I pull out my list.
I'm including myself in this.
Yeah.
In this
I the list.
Group. Yeah.
Yes, you get both.
Both my parents as it happens.
Arxes, how are your parents doing?
I'm sure they're somewhere water deep and chilling.
Okay.
I imagine we all like look at Beatrice and then we're just like probably best not to ask.
I haven't talked to my parents in over 20 years.
So they're probably not evil and needing to be disposed of?
My father was a noble and a knight, and my mother was a wizard and court mage and all that stuff. My brother's a priest, I think, or was trying to be, and my sister's a politician, so.
I'm not down for killing a priest. I just have to go ahead and put that on the table, so I think...
So we have to kill your sister, is what you're saying? A politician?
No, I mean, she did a lot of reform for a lot of tieflings in the
one of those kinds.
Room.
Okay, a good one.
Okay, so we're done talking about killing everyone's parents?
Just daydreaming, yes. I think we're done.
We'll make sure to kill yours, Katya.
Thank you.
Well, okay, order of operations very quickly, since we've been chatting a lot. Yester Hill, as quick as we can. Then on to Valakar, getting in contact with possibly the Dusk Elves there, maybe a Vistana, though they seem off-put, unlikely to agree with us, and then we can go on down to Argenvostolt, and then... What was the last place we gone? We were going back through Perez.
We have to go to Perez, yes, for the other monolith.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That reminds me. Wait, who was the Mardukov that I talked about before we left last time? Do you remember?
Adrian, it was.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Can I call him over to the group?
Mm-hmm.
Adrian!
Yeah. He comes.
Mentally.
He is heavily hungover.
That's
he
fine.
was definitely the drunkest of the night.
Yeah,
Like
that makes
sometimes
sense.
it was a little like, ooh, you are a little too drunk, but he is heavily drunk,
I call
hungover today.
over, and I hand him
Katya,
a-
before you start, Adrian, I forgot. Never mind. I was going to say the joke again. I forgot how it goes. When is a door not a door?
Yeah.
Oh, does he remember?
When
It
it's
was
a
just
jar.
last night. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's still him. I hand him a glass.
I love that riddle.
I'm sure
I hand
you
him a
do.
cup of water. Drink up, buddy.
Yeah.
Last time we spoke, I asked you to go if you could scout out Argenvostolt and Balakai for me. Do you have any information
Yeah, I was going to
about
talk to you yesterday.
the current goings on of either area?
Yeah. God, let me think. I know that I went to Valakai, or I had my people, meet me outside of it, while you were gone. Anyways, there's quite a bit happening. Mainly, there are captains that she has, like, leaders all throughout the town.
This is Lady Wachter.
Lady Wachter, yes. They have this cult that worships Lady Wachter, who then worships the Morning Lord, thinking that she is some sort of savior, prophet. There's a new captain of the guard. I know his name is Oleg. There's a new priest at it's the Temple of the Sun now, rather than St. Andrew's Church. They call them the Sun Speaker. She's Millicent. And then I know that the Blue Water Inn has been taken over by people. I don't know. I didn't get enough information from my people to know if they are good or bad. But I would just be careful, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense.
The last thing I'll say is that to not look for aid within Valakai. They are constantly testing the people, and I suspect that there might be some secret police that are behind the scenes working to find people that are working against them. Which means that there might be some leader of the secret police, but that's the thing with them, is it's hard to find their operations. Very easily, at least, within the span of 2 weeks. One of the things you could do is kill Lady Wachter directly, but I think that would just make her a martyr and create even more outrage along the people of Valakai. So
I think our plans were much more in line with that than trying to recruit them to our cause. Don't worry about that. We might find a way to upend this sort of operation if we have the time and means. I just wanted to get a handle on the situation ahead of time.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
if you're looking for Oleg, look for the. It was called the Reformation Center before, but it is now the center where all the guards are. It's near where the burgomaster used to live, and then Millicent, I've heard, does weekly sermons, but they're held out on the town square. So maybe you can take advantage of that time. Outside of that, good luck, I guess.
I appreciate it. It's all good information to have. Thank you.
Of course. Now I'm gonna
Was there anything in Arkanvoslot?
I wasn't able to make it in time. I was only able to look at Valakai, but I know that there is a lot of talk about a dragon possibly being there, so I would just be careful. I don't actually think that there is. I think it's kind of just a rumor that goes around. It is the Order of the Silver Dragon. I would just be careful, that's all.
Good to know. Well, take care. Thank you very much, friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue drinking water.
Go,
and he turns
go
around
get some
and just,
sleep.
So,
Well, there you have it. Disturbing rumors, but good to be updated.
Random metagame question. Sorsha, your name still says Jopko. Would it be Sorsha Mardukov now?
ooh.
Oh.
No.
Or do you hyphenate?
Do you hyphenate Jopko
Oh,
Mardukov?
I'll probably do Mardukov because Jopko is my father's name.
Oh, the dead
Ooh,
one.
True that,
rip.
true that. Yeah.
Gotta
Love
honor
it.
that journey.
really good point.
Don't wanna keep
Love
that.
it.
That's funny.
All right. You all begin to pack your things and prepare for the journey ahead. Is there any other thing that you would like to get done before traveling towards Yester Hill?
I have one very random thing.
I would love to hear it.
Yes.
I would like to find Aurora.
Okay. Aurora is not hard to find among the Mardukovs that seem to be just giving you your space. They don't want to get in the way, and also some of them are very hungover as well. But
Completely valid.
you see Leyland and Aurora are just kind of sitting down, talking about what just happened with Rahadin, and they see you
perfect.
approaching.
I was, don't mind Bocephalus. I was wondering if I could speak with the two of you. It's convenient that you're both here. I said don't mind him. He's very friendly, I promise.
Leyland is just like staring like, okay.
He's very friendly, but that's beside the point. From my very little understanding, have an understanding that you know religious things.
And
Both
they
of
kind
you.
of look at each other. We do.
I was wondering, I'm going to take off my two amulets
Mhm.
and kind of like extend them out. If you know anything about this symbol and this god,
Let's see. To get out my D20.
oh, maybe you roll dice in a D&D
Got
game?
him.
Ooh, and that one.
Heck.
Nope. They look at it and say, I mean, Leyland just looks at it. I don't know what have you seen this? And Aura takes looking at the other one. No, I would say that this looks like something up the alley of the Night Mother, but this isn't her symbol. It looks like some sort of a moon god, maybe outside of Barovia.
Curious. All right. That was...
I'm sorry
Thank
we
you
couldn't
for-
be more help.
No, it's quite all right. I'm just trying to put pieces together.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you find it?
Oh, well, this one I found in the Amber Temple, and this one I've always had since I crawled my way out of my mother's belly.
And you see, like, Aurora's about to ask, but then Leyland just puts her hand down and is like, just accept what they say. Well, I would say that maybe the answers you seek are outside of Barovia, unfortunately.
Well, heck.
There might be someone here that knows about it. Maybe someone outside of Barovia came. You can ask
everyone.
Arxes.
Have I talked to Arxes about this?
I don't think you have.
Oh, well, shit. Why haven't I guess we were too busy dealing with the everything else about Arxes to talk about this.
Yeah.
Vaughn just says that out loud, like looking at the ground.
Well,
that would probably be a wise thing to do. Thank you very much for your input. I'm sorry for making you look at my dog, even though he is very cute. Thank you for your time. You're both very lovely. Goodbye.
As are you. Turn around, as are you. And they just continue their conversation. Yeah.
Leave.
Right on.
I'll go find Arxes. If we want to keep doing this bullshit.
Absolutely, I want to hear it.
Oh, good.
Arxes.
He's probably like getting his pack together and like sharpening his sword. And he's.
I'm holding Bocephalus like right near your face, so when you turn your head, Bocephalus is right there.
You're just wanting to get Bocephalus shot by a fucking Eldritch Blast.
His eyes light up with Eldritch Blast, and he's like, and then it goes away, and he's like, oh, don't put stuff.
He told me he wanted to
that.
give you a little kiss on the cheek. But that's all right. You have to ask first.
Maybe next time. I don't want to wipe
kind
off.
Of moving around like a weird tongue.
Kiss.
Oh, you're still in there.
Yeah, she's hanging out.
What did you need?
If you're not too busy, I for some reason decided to ask your wife and daughter before asking you, even though you were the logical choice to ask, because I honestly thought I'd already asked you before, but I guess I was too busy killing you and besting you in strength every single turn to remember that you know things about not here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know who this is? I hold the amulet up.
Perfect.
I mean, I know the name, which I can also tell you, but I also would like information if you have it.
If you could tell me the name, that would probably help.
Oh, fuck, I'm so bad at pronouncing it.
Sehanine?
Yes, Sehanine Moonbow.
Does that sound familiar?
Do a religion check. Let's see.
I'm proficient in this.
Good. Please roll well.
If you're proficient in it, then I would say that you have heard of Sehanine. You don't even have to make a check.
Oh. I rolled a 20, so.
Well, there you go. Cool.
Nice.
Yes, you do. Sehanine is, funnily enough, this is one that, like, if the Night Mother wasn't here in Barovia and present, Sehanine probably would have been one that you think Leyland probably would have found a lot of connection to. But of course, you're not outside of Barovia. You're not in Waterdeep. You're here in Barovia. So, yeah. Sehanine is very much focused on, like, not trickery in the sense of, like, pranks and stuff like that, but more of, like, illusion and the cloak in the dagger. As well as, if I remember correctly, I need to bring up their moon.
You jumping on that Forgotten Realms wiki?
I have stuff on here, the Moonweaver, right? That's like, I think that's the one where I think, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have a document of things that you have sent me before. I'm just scared to open anything on my computer.
I get it.
I live in fear.
You know that she's really about seizing your own destiny and allowing the moonlight to guide you through the night and allowing the darkness to protect you, as well as using the types of illusion magic to also protect you and distract and deflect. Very much focused on night, like the moon knight, or not moon knight, the Night Mother is, but a lot less of the natural side of things, where like the Night Mother is like more animalistic. Seihanin is more geared towards like humanoids and just all around night.
I say all that to Von, and I also add, doesn't seem terrible at all as a deity.
I would also
just
add,
wasn't for me.
I would also add, you have, with a 20, you have heard that the Dusk Elves have found some sort of connection with Seihanin at some point. Not so much now, as they're trapped in Barovia, but there was some sort of a connection to them.
When I got here for the first time with my friends all those years ago, we heard tale of the Dusk Elves actually finding some sort of peace or relation to Seihanin, and we kind of clung to it as it was the only thing from the outside that we had heard about while in here. But again, what a terrible deity if you were to worship any, although I'm not quite sure she would hear you here.
I don't really want to whisper to things in the night, because things that I don't want to listen to me will start to listen instead. And they'll be like, oh, I'm the one that you're trying to talk to, and they'll lie. But thank you.
Such as
this is more of
Barovia.
and exactly. That is the issue of it. This is more information than I had before.
Well, I'm glad to be of help. I mean, I was a priest of Bahamut, so I'm well learned in
You're very
all
smart.
sorts of deities, and so if you have any questions about anything relating to gods or whatever outside of this place, then don't bother to ask.
I mean, truthfully, I think divinity is horse shit, but
Don't hesitate to ask me.
but that's a
Yeah,
different
fair.
discussion that I feel like is not befitting of the moment.
Yeah, this is fair.
And I mean, regardless, thank you, and hopefully my encounter with a Dusk Elf goes well this time instead of them immediately putting me to sleep.
Well, maybe if you present them with that symbol, they may trust you. Who knows?
All right, should I
If-
do it like this? I just like hold the symbol like right up against Arxes' face, like in Animal Crossing when you get like a bug and you like show it to the camera.
He just kind of he's not stopped sharpening his sword, and he doesn't move, and he just lets you do it. He's like, I would say probably not. It seems like I would say just show it, hold it,
All
like
right, like this, I like kind of like holds it like a dead fish. Kind of like in one hand, kind of like pointing at it, kind of with a smile.
Better. You could go a little bit. You could be a little less, showy
I'll workshop
about
it. I'll workshop it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's you do you.
I'm trying my best.
But yeah, us religious people tend to. Well, maybe I shouldn't say us anymore, but religious people tend to find community among each other. So perhaps they might trust you if you showed them that. Who knows?
Fascinating. Someone trusting me immediately. I will not distract you from packing. Thank you.
It's no problem. Are you okay?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be okay?
Just wondering.
Are you okay?
That's a layered question and an even more layered answer, but I'll give you the top layer for now and say that I'm fine.
Really convoluted way to say that you're not fine, but all right, I won't dig into it. It is not a layer cake for me to dig into today.
I prefer a parfait.
I'm never okay if that makes it. It's all the stuff that I've already told you about. It's just.
I've seen a bard's poem that akin to a tailing of I'm not okay, I promise. Really well. I leave.
Oh my god.
After my Chemical Romance joke, I leave.
Oh my god.
I'm not
Arxes
there.
is
Or
staying there.
I would have made it some jokes.
Arxes just like is confused like a dad who's never heard of that music before.
Well, all right. You return to the group. Everyone packs up and gets ready to go. Is Beatrice has
I have
something?
one very quick
Sure.
request.
Yeah.
I'm
what's
going
up?
to inquire and investigate if the Markovs have any like ability to like color or dye fabrics, or if they have like anyone in the house that knows about the art of tailoring.
I would say just based off of what they do know, I would say that nobody's really like trained in tailoring. But Sloane is there. And I imagine being like druidic, like you kind of have to like make your own type of clothing. So I would say, yeah, why not? That makes sense. I would say that Sloane has some sort of skill in tailoring. And she does only speak druidic, so you would need to get Sorsha with you, unless you have some sort of way
Helm
to...
of telepathy, dear.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, you're able to talk, and this is very, like, weird for her, but she quickly adapts, and she says, yes.
I was just wondering, we are going to be going to an event at the end of this month, and I'm hoping we can have some new garments for a couple members of the party who are not so well robed. So I don't know exactly who's doing all the messages around here, but I would love to put in a message for some linens to come here that could then be dyed and prepared for us. If you aren't comfortable doing any of the tailoring yourself, that's fine. I am equipped to use certain tools, but I might not have much time. So if I could give you a base pattern,
like,
do you know if
as
you'd be
you're
able
talking, she's already like beginning to walk towards you. See like cut open barrels that they were using as the stomping grapes spot, and she begins gathering a few like large buckets and a large pole that she starts to like kind of move through the bucket. I think I can do the dye.
All right. Well, I will contact you, but I would say for now, get several bolts of linen. You can come by in a silk, so that'd be nice. But how much money will you need for this?
I don't know. I was gonna go get it. How much do you need?
I would know how much you need for like fine fabric, I would assume.
You're looking for a full set for everyone?
I feel like the people I'd specifically try and make clothes for, which might be a little judgy on my part, but I would specifically try to make clothes for Vaughn for sure. I would probably put it in order for something for myself to like zhuzh up what I already wear.
Of course.
I feel like I think for like Arxes, Katya, I would go for like more of like a cape for the two, like some sort of like overlayer so they can just dress up what they already have, because I get the impression they probably wouldn't want to take off their armor. Mm-hmm. And then I would get something for Sorsha, but it'd be a little more not basic, but I feel like it would be able to go like underneath because I've seen her dress up before, but she has her wedding outfit, so I'd actually probably assume
Right, yeah, she
I'd
looks
get her
pretty
just an additional piece
already. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd get her an additional piece, but it'd be enough for Vaughn to get like a full outfit made out of it.
Stop, I'll cry.
So she just looks a little overwhelmed at first, but like,
Darling, it's a couple capes and one suit. You don't have to worry about the suit.
I can see what I can
In
do.
suit, but there's 3 arms. And the proportions are whack.
What color dye are you thinking?
Something to match whatever Sorsha is wearing, Katya and Arxes. So I would imagine for Arxes, maybe like a really rich royal purple. Something very like quite lavish. I'm like, if you can get any fur on that, I think that would be not unwelcome.
I can do that. That's easy.
Katya's colors are very earthy, right?
Yeah, like green.
Mm-hmm.
Like greens.
Like a dark forest green and some brown.
Green.
Like gray.
Green, brown, and gray. I think we need something to maybe like elevate a little bit. So if we could get her maybe like a gold, not actually gold, but like a bright sunny yellow, I think would be maybe match nicely to what she wears. That could even be a little bit softer. Maybe it's a golden trim on something that's gray, like a light gray with gold trim.
I can do that.
And then Sorsha's, what she already has is fantastic, but I do think a cape to match. I don't remember what color you said your new outfit is, Sorsha, but it would.
She has like a cloak of like leaves, I believe, right? Like kind of like really.
And not a cloak. I have a vest. It's like a vest made of leaves,
right?
And then like a bright blue, like not bright blue, but like a baby robin's blue, dress, long sleeve dress underneath.
Yeah, I would say. I think maybe just a similar robin's blue cloak, because she already has a contrasting color of the leaves, which would be nice. And then for Vaughn, we'll be dyeing that. I'll let you know what we'll be dyeing that. I'll get back to you about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I can get started. I'll speak to Elvier about people that I need to talk to, and yeah, I can do that.
Sure. And just to grease your wheels, or however you would put it in a druidic sense, just take this and spend however much of it you need, and I'll give her. How much is the value of a gold in this world?
I would say probably a lot, because not very
like
many people have.
$100?
Yeah, like more than that. I would say like 300.
I'll give you just 30 gold to make things easier.
Yeah, that'll do it for sure.
Yeah, her eyes bug out.
Yeah. Well, she would just like look at them as coins.
She doesn't really know what it
I don't think
works.
she actually does.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
Two
she just
people
look at
with
them.
no idea of how much money really matters to some people.
Right.
It's a banana. How much could it cost?
10 gold?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So you hand over the 30 gold, and she takes it, just kind of looking at it. Okay, I will do that.
Fantastic. Thank you. So lovely to talk to you. Wonderful wedding, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited. And then she just turns and walks away. No goodbye. Just all right.
Oh, actually, for Katya, could you make it like a coat with tails? I think that would look better on her.
I can do that. Cocktails. Okay. All right. So with
Sure,
the order
that's it.
set, you all pack up your things and you are on your way to Yester Hill. We're gonna go to break here. We'll be back in 15 minutes. But while we are out, we are going to be giving away a free copy of Fiasco, which is an award-winning storytelling game inspired by cinematic tales of small-time capers gone disastrously wrong. If you'd like that on Roll20 for free, you have to become a follower, and if you are a subscriber, you get 2 tickets, so consider that before entering. We're going to start the giveaway now, and we'll go to break. Be back in 15 minutes. We will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
There's-
Hi, everybody. All right, we're back. We're gonna do
wonder if
the
everybody heard
giveaway.
that. That'd
Oh,
be funny.
I have a feeling I know who's gonna win. Captain Ziggy. I'm gonna be sending you the
nice.
code later tonight. You will get to play Fiasco on Roll20.
Woo!
So, we're moving away from that, and we are making our way to Yester Hill.
Welcome
So-
back.
You all take the familiar road that you have taken through Yester Hill. Each of you, some of you because you had to stop a ritual from creating a killer tree, and others because you needed to get through to make it to Moonshade in order to aid a friend. Either way, this familiar hill begins to show itself through the mist as you continue down this winding road. As you find this hill, you see the Gulthias Tree, the bleeding tree, standing steadfast. The landscape a little different than before, with its slightly snowed on presence. A little bit of snow is lightly dusting down to the ground, and some of it sticking, some of it not. The trail itself is completely covered, giving you the impression that you are the only ones that have come this way in quite a while. But you stand at the base of the hill. The road continuing up to the base of the Gulthias Tree. As you continue up, the walk up this hill is a little treacherous, as it usually is, but with little more than minimal effort, you make it to the top. And as you do, you see this large circle of giant boulders that had encompassed the ritual ground in which Sorsha you are very familiar with, Katya as well. This is where you had first battled Sorsha's tribe. The tree line is broken and fallen, the tree lies broken and falling on the ground. Its decaying branches sprawled all across the floor. You continue up the hill until you arrive at the base of the Gulthias Tree. You once again see bodies hanging from the branches. Some others, Sorsha, you understand this is the way that you dishonor people that had died in your tribe.
Ooh.
Others, you find freshly dug holes all throughout this circular area around the Gulthias Tree. Sorsha, you would also know that this is a way to honor the dead.
Do I see Tus Padre hanging from a tree?
Do a perception check.
Okay. We keep it with the theme today. Are we roll 20?
No way. This one's gonna be good. 16?
All right, plus 8. Okay.
Not
You take a slow walk around the Gulthias Tree and looking at these bodies, some of them mere skeletons at this point. Find his body is not up there. You then realize that his body was left here after you killed him. And there were survivors after the battle there. Your tribe must have come here and gave him a honorable burial. But as you begin to walk around, you look for that opening that you had seen in your vision, and you find nothing.
Okay. So I'm going to take the staff of Kavan and kind of sink it into the ground just a little bit and ask for him to guide me. What do I roll? Nothing. Something.
What would you say as you speak into the spear?
Best friend, Kavan. Lead the way, or please show me the way to get under the Gulthias Tree to find the monolith.
You need only ask. You are the champion of the Fangs.
Okay. Do I while circling the tree, do I kind of notice, at least based on the vision, where the area might be?
Yes. You, as you're walking up to it, will say that from the path, the front of it, it's to the right. There is like this sprawling bit of roots that you can see digging into the ground. There is a space in between one of them. That's where it was. But currently it's completely filled in with dirt and the roots are pushed into the ground. There's no opening.
Is it like a speak friend and enter type thing, or?
Maybe.
Then in Druidic, I will say open.
Perfect. Druidic is exactly what you needed to do.
All right.
You walk up to this opening, or this lack thereof, and you, reaching out with the Spear of Kavan, you say open, and you begin to see the Gulthias tree's roots shifting and moving, covered in the blood-like sap. As it shifts and moves, almost like a snake's movements, they begin to pull out of the ground. You see the dirt underneath it beginning to fall, little by little, as small holes begin to open up in the ground, releasing this putrid stench from beneath. This potent blend of decaying flesh and ancient earth. You see wisps of mist crawling out from the depths, swirling like phantoms, trying to become released from their prison. You see this dance of vaporous tendrils coming out of it. And there, in that vacuum, you find the way down.
I'll just turn to everyone and, well, I hope you have good constitution, because this is not going to be a pleasant to your senses.
I was going to say it smelled like home, but
To each their own, Van.
I mean, we did just come out of some sort of creature's stomach. I'm sure this won't be that.
That's true. How much worse could it be?
Sorsha's just gonna be what have you been doing?
we were inside a big flesh thing, and it gave us more arms and limbs and stuff, and that's where Bo came from.
Yes, okay.
You know,
Divine
Archibald.
sense.
Oh, no, yes, Archibald.
I pop off a divine sense right now.
It is. I mean, the tree itself, interestingly, the tree itself gives off a little bit of undead vibes. A little bit. It's not completely undead, but it's like that in between of life and death. It's not undead, but it's not alive either. It's like towing the line between it.
I had a metagame question. Sorsha, did you describe this tunnel as like dark? But I've been getting the impression we wouldn't have been able to see down there without some sort of dark vision.
I believe so. I think I gave you like the whole grand scope of the vision.
Got it. Great.
It's dark, going down. Can't see a whole lot. And then things try to eat my face.
Got it. Okay, then I would have prepared dark vision and I will cast it on myself.
Cool.
Okay.
So that I can see.
Right on.
Oh, Sorsha. Let's see.
I'll ping a magical awareness.
Okay. And magical awareness, that's pretty much like detect magic, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Within this space around you, there doesn't seem to be any magic. The Gulthias Tree has like a little bit, like a faint bit of magic. Like it's a magical thing. Nothing natural grows like that without some sort of magic. But it's not like giving off like a specific type of like spell or anything like that. It's just, it has like a magical essence to it.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, there's really not much around.
Okay.
But down from there, you are definitely getting... It's not hard to know that there is definitely something down there.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a necromantic type of sense. Yeah.
Mm.
While we're on the detecting things around us train, I also have detect thoughts active through the helm of telepathy. So
Okay.
I'm mainly just focusing on like being able to detect other presences.
Okay.
I can ping the definition if you want to check that.
All good. All right. So, do you descend?
We attempting to do this in a stealthful manner, or are we just going in?
I think it might be better if we try to do this stealthily as possible. And I will go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Oh my god, yes.
That's, yeah, awesome. Okay, well then, as each of you begin to try to stealthily make your way down this slide of sorts.
19.
19. You get to make a stealth check and add 10. 16.
34.
17 for Sorsha.
34.
34 for Vaughn. Jeez.
I got an 18 on the die plus 6 plus 10.
Dang.
Wow. I got a
Oh, sorry,
Very,
plus my stone of
very
good luck.
dirty 20.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let's add just another one. 30's the top, but we'll just keep going.
Keep going.
Crazy.
Going.
All right.
You have a lot of heavy armor in this group.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So,
Not me.
Okay, so I have a torch. Is it a good thing, or should I just not just hold on to someone's shirt that has dark vision? Because I can't see anything as a human.
I think
Yeah,
everyone
you can-
has... Ooh, Esmeralda does not. Oh, actually, she might. One of those blood
How
hunter
is it that
things.
she has everything else but not
Right?
dark
I know.
She needs a flaw, okay?
Right.
Otherwise,
Her flaws are
people are going to be
personality.
screaming in the comments.
Gotta say that. Yeah, I don't think she has dark vision. No, she does not.
We can beat her.
Just right?
I mean, I can cast it 2 more times, but I won't be happy about it.
No, I just
think,
hold on to
if
someone's
I
shirt
remember
or whatever, your
correct-
sleeve.
If I remember
just
right.
hold on to my cloak, Sorsha. I'll guide you away.
She just hugs you from behind.
Esmeralda is going to on her crossbow kind of take the small little prick that she has at the bottom of it. She's going to prick her finger and take some of the blood to then cast a Crimson Rite onto her crossbow. And that is going to be Rite of Dawn. So she is going to be taking just a little bit of damage. Yeah, a little 4.
Itty-bitty limb
As
space.
she casts like a glowing crossbow in her hand, and it doesn't do too much, but it's like maybe like 10 feet of light in front of her. There's something. And it makes it a lot easier for those that have dark vision to see in the nearby area. But you all begin to descend, and with some thankfully aided stealth checks, because my god, 9, 6, and 7, and then a 10, and then what was it, 35?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You can see why we've missed Sorsha,
Yeah. So, you very slowly begin to make your way down this slide, and thankfully with that pass without a trace, you slip most of the time, but as you're all slipping, you would expect to hear the falling of rocks in your wake as you slide down this natural slippery slope, and nothing. It's quiet. Thankfully.
I was gonna say, with the heightened sense of me not being able to see, I wondered if I could hear anything extra, but doesn't sound like it.
At the moment, no. But as you continue to descend down below these roots, the little bit of light that you do have is joined by an ethereal glow of this phosphorescent fungi that begins to grow in the natural earthen walls. You see this pale light coming down onto the surroundings, this bioluminescence barely illuminating the path ahead of you, and you begin to hear as... Forgot that. I just reminded myself. You hear things. Sirenscape, y'all. You begin to hear water droplets falling, dripping from the ceiling of this muddy ground. Then you notice that the droplets falling from the ground then return back up towards the earthen ceiling, defying the laws of nature. At the bottom of this tunnel, following the twists and turns of this short 40-foot tunnel, you find a low-hanging mist that you had seen escaping, now becoming more and more present. You see entering this an unsettling chill that seeps into your bones, sending shivers down your spines, and you see a chamber that splits into 3 different directions, a left, straight, and right. Each path beckoning you with its own mysterious allure, shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. The walls of the chamber are covered in this thick moss that is tangled with clinging vines, and trailing down from the ceiling above is thick roots that you see, the Gulthias Tree pushing down into the ground, and they breach from the walls and then return back in some places. From the left tunnel, you can hear faint echoes of laughter resonating. The innocent sound of children. From the center, you see an ominous darkness that begins to blend seamlessly. And to the right, you see the low-hanging mist continuing on, obscuring whatever may be down this tunnel. Which tunnel do you want to take?
Sorsha, do you have any memory of this?
I don't think I do. No. do I have a feeling on which way? So I would imagine the Fanes would be trying to direct me, right? So
For me,
mm-hmm.
I imagine God's giving more visions than like urges to do things. So I would say no.
No. What about from the vision though?
The vision,
Like,
you had no no eyeballs on this. Yeah, this was when you had gone down, it was complete pitch black darkness, and then you came to that place that you had seen. There wasn't any in between. It was just directly there.
So I know Devan would think that the laughter and children's sounds would be like a red herring. I don't know if Sorsha would think that, but other than the fact that it would be weird for anyone to be living down here.
Ooh. Was this place built, or did the tree create it? It seems odd that the tree would manifest children.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
I would
Not
say
tree.
Sorsha can do a nature check if you would like.
Nature check?
Schnature. A schnature.
Please roll a nature check.
Not a
Sure.
wisdom.
Stealth.
Intelligence.
With a 16, I would say. Yeah, I would say that you're not entirely sure. This is a place
Perception.
of like death, obviously, but like you're not sure if that's connected, like what this might be.
So obviously my village was like around the tree often.
Mhm.
So is it well known, and this probably should have been a question that I asked not on stream, but is it common knowledge that there was an entryway below the tree?
No.
Okay, so I don't know shit about this area
Yeah.
other than my visions.
Mhm.
Okay. I have
It
never
was like
been
it was kind of like a myth, but it wasn't ever like, it was like a story that people would tell that you would go under. And actually I like that. Yeah, okay. So with that 16 nature check, I'll give you this. It was like a story that your tribe would tell of descending into the underworld. That dividing line between life and death, with the Gulthias Tree being that symbol. And people talk about how some have tried and have never returned.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna relay that to the. Oh, I guess we're being stealthy, aren't we? Just talk really quietly.
We can also use the helm.
Oh, okay. Is that just automatic? So if I like think something, it'll just go straight to Beatrice?
It only works when I'm using detect thoughts.
Okay.
And well, it's the helm of telepathy. Let me. As an action, bonus action, you can send a telepathic message to a creature you are focused on. It can reply using a bonus action. So while you focus on it, so basically, like I can just shift attention around the group to like relay messages.
Which I
That's
imagine
awesome.
is something that Beatrice does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So being under here is not something that was normal. What?
I'm just thinking
What are
of
you laughing
Beatrice
at?
be like, because you have to send a message as Beatrice. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like what.
It's not efficient to communicate this.
Hey,
Hey,
hey. Just anyways.
darling, sweetums.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's definitely a lot more Beatrice
Bless
than
your
hey.
heart. Hey,
Bless your heart. Sugar.
sugar.
Yeah. This is not a place that we visited very often. It was more legend than anything. People would look for it, and this is the first that I'm down here. I don't know a whole lot about what's down here other than what's in my vision. And it does
Then-
start.
Don't know. None of the entryways are blocked in any way?
Nope.
Can I just send out a mage hand just through each of the entrances to see if there's any sort of magical force?
Go ahead and so you send out the mage hand. Which one do you do first?
I'll just go left to right. So children,
Sure.
dark void, mist.
I'll say whoever would like to go ahead and do a perception check. Go ahead and do a perception check. As you're kind of like looking towards the mage hand and seeing what happens.
Not my strong suit.
Ooh,
There you
nice. Well, Sorsha, you definitely spot this for sure.
24.
24 as well. All right, so 24, 24, and Arxes with a 20. You see the mage hand slowly beginning to hover towards this left tunnel. And as it does, the low bit of illumination that comes from the hand illuminates this reflection off of two eyes that you see relatively close to the ground. You see a child peering over. And then as the mage hand comes closer towards this child, they begin running down. You hear the echoes of their pitter-pattering feet through the tunnel, rocks falling, and of course their laughter as they continue down the tunnel unseen past your vision.
Do I recognize this child from like my village or anything?
History check, I guess. We'll see.
Okay. I'm asking all the
We're just gonna do.
I'm so sorry.
Do you remember?
I would say no.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
No. With a 10, nah.
I didn't know you were a bard.
But the mage
that
hand-
band would be like druidic bards because it's earth, wind, and fire. So
It is.
Oh my god, that is so true.
Summer.
wow.
Good point.
It's real life.
I'll send it toward the black void.
The hand has no anything else down the left side. You bring it back and it disappears behind the cloud of black mist. You bring it back and it comes back, but it just seems like once you enter there, it is completely dark.
Mm-hmm. And then toward the misty one.
It enters, goes around a corner, comes back. You see some of the mist moving in reaction to that hand moving past, but nothing out of the ordinary.
When the child was nearby, did I get any sense of them having like a conscious mind? Was I close enough? Theoretically, if it was my mage hand, I think I would have had to be within 30 feet.
Funnily enough,
Right?
no,
30 feet. No?
you did not.
Okay. I mean, I
Which-
didn't see the child, so
Right,
But
but you definitely
else-
didn't detect it, and you heard something was not there.
mm, I
If
don't
we
know.
Wow.
Go ahead.
desire to send things in further, I could send Bocephalus in and see through his eyes.
If you're comfortable.
Of course. Anything for my baby boy.
With that new enchantment, you can summon him back.
Yes.
Excellent.
I think I might need more herbs.
We'll figure
But-
that out.
We'll go to Valakai at some point, and there's probably herbs there.
I'm sure we can find some for you.
The sap of this tree is perfectly apt as well.
Oh, yeah, yes, this tree is bleeding everywhere. We should just gather a lot of that while we're here anyway.
I would not. I guess just don't consume it.
I've
you
already
already
licked
have.
it.
I've made it into a healing potion at some point.
From this tree.
Yeah.
And I've licked the sap. raw.
Okay. All right. Well, remind me to do some sort of checkup on y'all then later, I guess.
So
Where am I sending my dog?
down the left tunnel where the child was running down and laughing.
If I may,
Yes.
my thoughts are this. What are the chances that this child is real and actually in danger and not just some sort of evil trap?
About 50-50.
Seems lower
say-
than that to me.
60-40.
I mean, some Barovian children have been in weirder places.
It had no conscience mind.
Correct.
I just think that it feels like bait to me. I don't know if it would be a safe path to go down. The middle path, the void of empty darkness, also seems difficult to go through. Might be best to prioritize this right corridor as the path of least resistance, to at least go there until we run into something that is more of a problem than these other two paths.
I will say that in my vision, it was complete darkness.
Oh,
Oh, well, then we should go into that one.
well, that
I mean, that could just
seems
be
like
the
a good
entire
sign.
But
place
Then.
so
I
far.
also
Mhm.
have no dark vision, so everywhere in here is complete darkness to me.
Complete darkness is complete darkness even for dark vision, right?
Magical darknesses, yes.
Is
So-
it magical darkness? I'll stick my head in it.
you stick your head into this cloud of darkness,
R.I.P.
and
everyone.
Again.
and a
Yes.
giant hand comes out, and
Ripped you.
Yeah.
Bro, how scary would
Not
that
that
be,
way.
though?
that would be
Yeah.
fucking nuts, right? Like just out of the tunnel, giant hand grabbing Vaughn and pulling them in. Oh my god.
I guess Vaughn would be lost.
I would, yeah, that'd be a nope. fuck that. No way.
I would go
No,
in
we-
after them.
we-
Strahda's
save
the
them,
ancient,
but still.
Strahda's the land. Fuck this. Love it.
We'd go to save them, but still.
I would go in.
Well, my dad
Sure.
wouldn't save me. I get it, Arxes. It's okay.
I just said I would, but it'd be. You'd think about it.
Wow. Can I see in this darkness?
As you
What is on the
stick
other
your
side?
head into this dark mist, one of the things that you find is, yes, it obscures your vision. And you cannot see in front of you other than a unsettling gloom, and outside of that, you kind of listen in a little bit and you hear nothing. Which could be good, which could be bad. Not entirely sure.
I got my fuzzy balls.
You do have your fuzzy balls.
True. How could we forget the fuzzy balls?
I totally
You
forgot
haven't
that
had
I
them in
had
so
them.
long.
I know. All right. Well, I'm just gonna throw a couple
Wait.
of.
We should tie Vaughn's finger to one.
Oh,
Can you do multiple fingers or is it just one finger?
just one of them.
Okay.
God, I
Stop.
love this so much.
Tie a finger to a rat.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I have to pull the thing up because I totally forgot. You bag of tricks. Okay. Let me roll my d8. And we have giant elk, giant elk, giant elk.
Yeah, our good buddy Giant Elk.
Is
I
it?
miss Giant Elk.
Our best.
I think it is, yeah.
Will it even
Hell
fit?
Every time.
Is
Every time.
He's back.
With a
Is it-
giant elk.
Is it the
Okay,
same
so
one?
not only are elks already big, but it's a giant elk. Their antlers, I don't think it would fit through this fucking
Figure it
tunnel.
out.
So this giant elk is just chilling here, fucking looking around. Their
me do
antlers
it.
like scratching the top. Like, where the fuck am I kind of thing.
Sorsha, I have a question about your large friend.
Yes.
And I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Sure.
If I rip its antlers off, will it die?
It did
I
some
mean, you could
damage.
ask him if you. How many? Hold on.
Probably not. I mean, they shed their antlers.
Hello, dear friend. Is it time for you to shed your antlers? If not, it's going to be very soon.
No. Okay, so he has 52 health points, by the way.
Then I think I can definitely rip these
Well,
off and it won't do anything bad.
Is this
These
the
will look
same
lovely
fucking
on
elk?
Bocephalus.
Please tell me it's the same elk.
The same one as
Has to-
before.
has to
Oh
be,
my
right?
god.
Yeah.
I feel like Arxes would look up and be like, "Are you the same one that was in the mirror?"
Just kind of looks down. Nods.
Oh,
I'm
wasn't a
definitely
good
like
experience,
reaching
was it?
up to start to touch their
That-
antler.
Hold on. And
They'll,
I'm
like,
gonna.
try to like duck down, but like as they're trying to move their head down, their antler keeps just getting stuck, so they just fucking give up and they just stand straight.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to. I would have to use a spell slot, huh?
Are you able to talk to them through the
I don't-
Put
item?
my finger on
I
it.
feel like you should be able to.
Oh, with the
And
help?
then like you come in.
Put this in your mouth and don't chew it. I put my finger in its mouth.
They like follow your commands, don't they?
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
must theoretically be. It can like understand you.
Right.
Okay. How do you feel about helping us out? But by helping us out, we have to take off your antlers.
You see it just begin to kneel down right in front of Vaughn.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it kisses and worship, and you are the greatest elk that ever elked.
I'll like pet his back.
Right.
There.
I'm
Should
gonna
I
heat
try
up
to
a
cut it off, or
firebolt
should
on
I
the
just
end of my
snap
gun
it
to
off?
cauterize.
There you go.
This feels so wrong on so many levels. I mean, I could just go in there, honestly.
Any of us could just go in there. Bocephalus could have just gone in there.
Yeah, but he's
You,
going
dear
after
friend.
the kid, right?
Is Bocephalus going after the kid?
Bocephalus can. Right now, I think he's sniffing the elf.
Just like right underneath, looking up at the elk. This thing is like very clearly like trying to get its head away from this.
Isn't this elk like a fey creature or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you summon them, they're fake creatures.
Yeah, poor guy. He's been
Well,
through so
while they're
much.
distracted by Bocephalus, I just like snap an antler off.
All right.
Cauterize.
Go ahead and do a.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do a strength check.
Okay, just strength.
Mm-hmm.
What if
I don't
it's
know
what if
how.
it's like athletics? Hear me out.
Hear me
not-
out.
I don't think it's difficult to do this. Well, actually, no, it's a giant elk. Fuck.
It's a huge
I don't
ass
know how.
elk.
It'd be
I
like
feel
ripping
like-
off a tree branch.
Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like somehow Vaughn is
Which
gonna
Vaughn
crit
can do
this.
because they're very strong.
I'm
What is
so I'm the
athletics like
strongest.
strength? I guess it is, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
it
ahead.
is a
Athletics
strength
check. That's
stat,
fine. Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you so much. Blessed
Yeah.
upon this day. What is 16 plus 13?
29.
29.
29.
Is that one antler?
Is that
This
plus
poor guy.
your Stone of Luck too?
Oh, my apologies.
So that's a 30.
plus 14.
The 30.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
30.
30.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Pretty cool. Good.
Go
More than half
ahead.
his health.
You do
It's
it
not
very
damage,
well.
that's-
But I would say go ahead and roll a D10.
Okay.
Just kill
That's
the
a 10.
giant elk.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
This elk takes 10 points of damage as the antler just gets ripped off. You see blood coming down, and you hear the very heart-wrenching screech coming from this elk as it like begins to move around. You cauterize the wound, and it just kind of looks towards Sorsha like,
I know, buddy. I know.
I can send Bocephalus in if we would prefer.
Couldn't we
I
just
feel
also
like you
get another
have to
one of those
now.
balls?
Okay, we'll throw another ball down. Why not?
Hear
It's
me out.
another giant elk, I swear to God.
Hear me out. I could just go down. You could
So
give me
many
the finger.
giant elk.
And I can just
No, that's
walk
not
down.
giant elk.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
that
me.
big.
For me, it's the halfway through thing. You ripped off one of the antlers.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, now we'll find other routes.
Kaya's like, so we're just going to do this for nothing?
All right, just
I was
Beatrice,
just
could you
kind of
cast mending?
curious.
I put the antler back in place.
I'll cast mending.
This is all tremendously fucked up.
mending because I think it has to be like
It does not
objects,
affect this. It does not. I
Yeah.
can fix the antler.
You can
as
fix
an
the antler,
object.
but yeah.
I'll mount it on a wall.
I'm going to give it 10 hit points of lay on hand as a pat it on the
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
The open wound on the hand of this elk starts to slowly
Very
close
lopsided.
as the lay on hands healing
It's okay. Yeah.
pulses
Don't worry.
through.
You know what I
and-
hate about this? Is
What?
that if we just do the one antler and I throw down a fuzzy ball and it's that guy again, he's just gonna be a one antler giant elk.
I think that at that point, I feel like it would be a different elk.
Yeah, it has to be.
This
I
elk
hope
is
he's
leaving.
coming back.
It'd be his
This one's already
wife
here.
like coming in and be like, "What did they do to you?"
What happened to your hand?
Am I going to rip this other antler off, or are we?
I just
Pulling
imagine
a wash.
Vaughn just holding onto it already.
I'll do
Mr.
it
Elk-
gentler this time. I can saw it off. Beatrice, can I borrow the bone saw?
No,
Ah,
oh.
absolutely.
Mr. Elk, do you want us to continue?
You just see it
There's a world in
looking
which
up to
that's
you
true.
from its laid down position, and I'm gonna have to roll now.
How could they possibly want this to continue?
Yeah, that's a 1. It just looks
The
at you and
greater
like
good.
it doesn't respond, but it just stares at you. The eyes looking up at you. You can see like the little whites giving it like this
Oh,
puppy dog look at you, but just doesn't respond, doesn't say no.
okay. Don't. No more. No, I can't take it. My heart
No?
hurts. My heart
Alright.
hurts. Oh.
Well, I'll trade you. Open your mouth. Open your mouth, Mr. Thank you. I pull my finger out. I put the antler in its mouth.
You put the antler in its mouth?
Wait,
No.
this is for you. You can have it back.
Bad llama. God.
Arxes just goes, Bon, just give me the finger. I'm just gonna go in there. It's
No, what if the darkness will eat you and consume you?
I mean,
We're
If
fine with that
it's-
happening to Mr. Alec.
if it's the right way, then we're just gonna go in there anyway. It's just gonna. I mean, we're gonna go down one of these paths eventually. We might as well just go down one of these paths right now. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. So I'm totally
He's
fine with
not
doing it.
wrong.
If you wish to, I can still send my dog along.
I mean, that's your thing if you want to do that.
Go on, boy. Go explore the
right.
darkness.
You send off Bocephalus, and you see a sigh of relief coming from the giant elk as they
I'm just gonna hug his head.
yeah, nuzzles up to you for sure,
I'm sorry.
understanding of what the situation called for. Definitely drops the antler though. Bocephalus is sent
Awful.
into the dark mist, and
I'm gonna put a hand on Beatrice's shoulder and I'm going to
I'll be right back.
and
Okay.
I just go see through its eyes.
While they're doing that, I like overtly take their measurements for a suit.
Okay, I can't sense anything.
Yep. That's so funny. Bocephalus enters this tunnel. It is completely dark. Even if Bocephalus has dark vision, it doesn't seem to aid whatsoever.
Right.
Each step you take is, you just hear the echoing of the from the tunnel just coming towards you, but getting quieter and quieter. You hear, after a while, the sound of crunching bones that echo from ahead, growing louder and louder with each step.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do when this begins to come to your senses?
I'll alert my allies of the crunching sound, and I will tell my dog to stop for a moment.
Hi all, the nerds from Evandale. Hello, we are actually playing now this time. That is fantastic. Thank you, Aaron. That is awesome. Okay, so you send Bocephalus further down this tunnel.
For the moment, I'm gonna have it try to stealth.
Okay, go ahead and do a stealth check then. Unfortunately,
okay,
not
I
a plus
don't know.
10.
I don't know what its modifier is,
Right,
if I'm to be honest.
What is
Does
the...
it
I did
have
roll a
advantage
19
for
on the
being-
die.
That's a pretty good roll. Okay.
Yes.
Bocephalus closes his mouth and you hear silence from the tunnel. The struggled pug breathing is now gone.
Wow.
But
All he had to do was close his mouth.
He's just a mouth breather.
yeah, pretty much.
I
Is
don't think
Cassette
we
still with Bocephalus?
No, I assume
Okay,
no.
cool. I didn't think so either, but I just wanted to double check.
I don't know if we had fixed the job before we had done everything, so it makes sense that it.
He just like
Regardless.
tilted his head back far enough that it like closed.
Yeah.
Oh, stealth plus 4. So you got a 20. That was a 23. Yeah. You got a 19, 23.
Yeah.
Cool.
Plus 10.
No, because not
outside
within
of the
30 feet
range.
of you. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yep.
23 is still good.
23 is great.
33
yeah.
would have been better, but
So you're continuing forward?
yeah, I'm assuming that still in like complete darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I smell any specific smells?
Yeah. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Of course. Oh, that's a 2 on the die. So
Other than the continuous stench of death from this underworld area, there's not much else to it other than that ancient earth that you smell as well. It's pretty straightforward, at least to Bocephalus's nose.
okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep kind of stealthing forward, not hitting towards the sound, like trying to avoid exactly where the sound of the bone crunching is coming from, but still trying to get close enough so if the darkness ever fades, I can see what's up.
Sure.
Yeah.
As Bocephalus continues down this clouded tunnel, hoping to find some sort of end while still avoiding this crunching of bones, it continues to become louder and louder. You hear it echoing off of the now stone and earthen mix of the walls on either side of you. However, suddenly, and I will say with a really low perception check, I'll have you do a dex save before I narrate what's going to happen next.
Okay. Giving the opportunity to roll a 19 on the die again. I swear to God. Also, the total of all these dice that I've been rolling on this thing currently equals 69.
Nice.
So, nice.
Okay. With a dex save of 19 plus, Bocephalus carefully walks down the tunnel until you feel, as you're in Bocephalus' senses, they fall down. Out of nowhere, the floor just gives out. They are going to be taking some damage, unfortunately.
But they have wings.
They do have wings.
They can fly. They
They
have
have
fly
many
speed.
wings.
Okay.
My good friend.
Okay. So as the floor gives out, Bocephalus, in a instant, flaps his tiny little sets of raven
Pathetic.
wings that somehow still keeps this creature afloat. Begins flying back up towards this tunnel. What would you like to do?
Still darkness.
Mm-hmm. However,
Halt.
with the falling, you hear the crunching of bones becoming louder below you.
Interesting. Hold there for a moment, Bocephalus.
I will pop back to everyone else.
All right. There's a lot of bone crunching sounds, and then my dog just almost fell down some kind of chasm, but luckily he has wings. But down the chasm, wherever that may be, is where the bone crunching sound is coming from. I don't know what that means, in any sense of any words, but it's still completely dark.
My best guess is that something is eating.
In Sorsha's vision, those somethings were eating as well, so it's not necessarily a
They were biting, right? That's a bit different than crunching bone.
true.
Unless they were biting bone.
Should we
Well, they were
Bring-
biting Sorsha, yes.
on the face?
So sure has bones.
Sorsha does have bones, that is very true.
Wait, you have bones, right?
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe we should just bring Bo back and send them down the other way. See if anything more promising shows up on the Misty Path.
Yeah.
Try another fuzzy ball.
Do we still have the elk?
Yes.
The elk is still just chilling with Sorsha.
Yeah, no, I hug him. Don't you?
You've just been hugging this elk.
Yeah.
Please leave this poor elf alone.
I've already named him Richard,
Elk.
and you will
I
leave
mean-
him alone.
I didn't.
I love it.
Didn't want to hurt Richard. I will
Wouldn't
bring
we-
Bocephalus back.
Bocephalus comes back and you send him down the right tunnel.
Don't you
That's
have
what we're-
enlarge reduce? Can't you just have shrunk the elk down?
Me? Oh, I certainly do, but I wasn't going to waste it on that.
That's fair. That's fair.
That is
That's
so
fair.
that is so Beatrice, and I fucking
Yeah.
love it. Oh my god.
It was
That
a
is-
free out.
So
could just-
good.
If we're just gonna reduce someone, why wouldn't we just send Bocephalus instead?
Richard is a free elk.
Bad enough. Forget I said anything.
Are we going down? Is Bo going down the misty one now? All right.
Yes.
Go on.
Go on.
You're being so good. You're good. I pet my dog.
Okay. And just
I
like
pet,
before.
I pet my skin dog.
Okay. No. Shut your
just
shut.
Yeah, I'll send my dog on my get along little doggy.
on his merry way, he makes his way down the right tunnel. Oh, there he goes.
He's big boy barking now.
Yes,
You-
Malcolm.
You watch as Bo disappears behind the low-hanging mist, and as he turns around the corner, you see ash beginning to float with each of his steps. I don't know, is he doing a handstand currently? Or like,
I mean,
I don't know what to...
do we want to? Here's a choice that we're gonna have to make together as a family. Can he walk on two legs? And by that I mean two hands.
Two hands.
Doing a handstand.
Oh,
The
God.
back legs or the front legs?
Well, it depends where the actual leg is placed.
Right, I think that's a Vaughn question. Where would Vaughn have put the leg?
I feel like the leg is placed on one of the back legs.
Yeah, I feel so. Okay.
So
Putting it in
if,
the front would make it even more fucked up.
Yeah,
Probably
right.
very good on two legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could probably.
I'd say
Why
sure.
not,
Why
you
not?
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's standing up like a little
I
man.
mean, most of it is just not even mechanical, anyways. It's aesthetics,
It's just-
and I'm
it's just
always
fucked up.
about fucking messing with the aesthetics as much as you want.
But
Oh
that
my
I've
God.
done like backflips continuously. He's just doing that like contortionist constantly.
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Oh my god, that is. Ugh.
It's a great time.
Besides that,
It is the sound of, bare skin on like dirt or with rock or whatever it is. It is like the slapping of skin against rock.
Stop.
Yep.
No.
Just moist palms, just like
the wall right now.
So Bocephalus continues down this tunnel, and at a certain point, you begin to see ash beginning to float up with each step they take. You find the vines and roots here are hanging lifelessly, blackened. It seems like some sort of deadly fire had shot through this tunnel. And stuck in the walls, you see bones. Ancient and rotten for years, possibly centuries. As Bocephalus continues down the tunnel, he finally sees that it continues upward. At the end of the possibly 50 feet ahead, the tunnel goes up. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'll pop out. The tunnel goes upward on that route. There's, some ash and some bones and such, but then the tunnel begins to go up. Are we trying to get more up, or are we trying to get more down? Great question.
Great
Would up lead inside the tree?
that's the only thing that's up from where we were.
But it's also like 50 feet along. Like 50 feet ahead, it begins to go up.
Could just be another entrance. This is the misty one, right? Not the dark
Yeah.
Yeah.
one. I
on the
still
right.
like that. I still like that tunnel for our first option. I think that's the first one we should
I agree. Can I
clear out.
Can I do any sort of like arcana check? Because what we know about this tree like sitting between realms kind of makes me wonder if it has some sort of like, it seems extra dimensional, some stuff that's going on here. Like, it is not sitting within the amount of space it is supposed to occupy. Can I do some sort of check can I do like an arcana check to see if I can suss any of that out?
Go ahead and do an arcana check. And it's not going to be a high DC because
28.
because you, Ellen, have figured it out. Yes, this area is very much feeling like some sort of extra dimensional type of area. I mean, like the first giveaway, the dead giveaway, is the fact that water droplets are going up for some reason. And another thing is that you've never seen mist that is completely black, that completely envelops your vision. You've seen a lot of mist that does that, but this is, even in light, dark black. There's something weird about this that isn't normal, and something that, I mean, from Sorsha's story about the underworld type myth
That's what
that they
I'm
have
wondering.
probably is true. There's
Is
some
there-
hint in every story that is made up, some hint of truth.
Right. So I'm wondering if there's something with the 28. I don't know if I could suss it more particularly, but I'll talk about it as Beatrice says she's talking about it. I wonder if these tunnels are more literal ways to transport to realms of the dead or different areas. I mean, not necessarily outside of Barovia, but pocket dimensions within Barovia. I don't know if that's something I could suss
I
out
would
with a
say
28,
that
but-
without being able to see the end of the tunnels,
Yeah.
it's a hypothesis that you have, but there's no evidence to base it off of just yet, other than your own thoughts and observations.
Got it. Can I smell the mist that's coming up from the tunnel on the right?
That
Smell or taste, I guess,
Sure.
whatever. Like, I kind of want to like get a inhalation of it.
there is a bit of smoke in that. it seems to have some sort of just, what's the word? Not incessant, but just continuous type of smoke coming from here. And as you reach the cloud of mist that kind of hangs pretty low to here, you see down the tunnel there is ash that is still continuing to kind of flit up as Bocephalus continues down the tunnel. And as you see it falling down, you're under the impression that this is smoke from some sort of a fire.
Well, it doesn't remind me of the mist from the wall around Barovia, but I agree that this might be the first path worth trying. It seems at least dangerous.
Here and
That was
then
my thought
Arxes
too.
begins to walk towards it.
I love it.
Finally.
Arxes was just
And then
like, he's the dude that's just pacing in the back, like, oh my god. I love it. Okay, so you're going down the right side, following Bocephalus.
I think I have a theory. Oh, we're going. Never mind.
Oh, well, I mean,
No,
yeah, Arxes is
no, we're
going,
going.
for sure. For sure.
Arxes just when everybody's like, we're gonna go this way, he's like,
I
all
love
right,
it.
cool.
I love it. Just like,
Phone's like, I think I've got it. Oh,
Bud,
no,
Bud
never mind.
comes out of the Find Familiar, just, oh, okay, and just starts following. Okay, so with that, we are going to end there as you continue down the tunnel. Actually, no, we're not.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
You continue down this tunnel.
and you all die. You
You
failed.
die.
You picked the wrong one.
That's
Now
what
the
we're
hand
at.
comes out. No. And
Yeah.
you all see the bones. You see the ash. You continue down this tunnel, and you find that the tunnel goes upward, but as you get closer and closer, you find that there is an exit to this circular type tunnel that opens up into another chamber. And there you find it doesn't go up, but instead this open chamber has a large mound of rock that seemed to have been the tunnel leading upward. You feel as you walk into this, get closer to this chamber, not yet into it, you feel this comforting warmth against that drastic chill that you were feeling before. At the center of the room, you find the large pile of ash, soot, and rock, and before you go into the chamber, that's about all you can see.
We just see a large mound of ash
Mhm.
and rock.
Divine sense.
Okay. With divine sense, you do not sense any fiends, celestials, or undead. But you do get like the overall sense of undead in here. It's a lot stronger than when it was up there.
I'll do a magical awareness.
Okay. And that, do you remember how far it goes?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. How close do you want to get to the edge of this chamber?
How far away are we from the thing?
Currently, I would say it's just out of reach, and you would have to get to the edge. I guess you could get just a little bit closer, because the edge would be 30 feet away. So you can move your way a little bit closer to the edge of the tunnel, and if you do, you begin to see that the chamber leads to the left and to the right in this weird shaped room. You find that there is an alcove on either side of the right, and this giant mound in front of you gives off a evocation type magic.
Do we have any idea what the monolith is supposed to look like? Is it an obelisk, an archway?
Was undescribed to us.
You usually these things are sort of in relation to whatever deity or personage, or whatever that they are symbolized to. So, although that's my experience, Brovia is not quite like the outside world, so who knows? But that's what I have to go off of.
Can I see? There's more ash and stuff in this room, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like completely covered. Yeah.
Based on my knowledge of explosions, can I tell the epicenter of a blast that might have gone off? Like, is stuff radiating out from that mound, like fire, waves of fire radiating out from the mound or something?
I'd say that'd be like an investigation check.
Okay, I'll do one. A 15.
From this position, it's hard to, you definitely can tell from the tunnel that you're in, it does look like there is the force comes past you, it goes behind you of whatever fire, like it must have like climbed down the tunnel, so it must have originated from this chamber. As far as the large mound in front of you, you can't confirm if it is, but there is definitely like a lot of ash and soot in this area, this chamber specifically.
My instinct is that whatever is in there does not like things coming to visit and has been blasting things out. We could still try and go in, but I'm also not reassured by the fact that nothing's tried to bite us. That was a very strong indicator of Sorsha's dream.
Okay, I just throw a fuzzy ball.
Okay, right on. You throw in
I
a
have a
fuzzy
theory
ball.
as to why. Oh, there it goes.
It's like every time he has a thought. It is a weasel.
A weasel.
Not
All right.
anymore.
A giant weasel.
Not anymore.
It's not gonna be in a minute.
It's a charred one.
You see the weasel landing in front of you and just looking back towards Sorsha, waiting for some sort of a command. The tail wagging.
Good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. Go sniff around and see if there's anything cool. Go
You
enjoy
see
yourself.
The face,
take
Elves
dodge
watching
action?
this just like,
the face just connects to the ground as
I
soot
know.
explodes up and kind of looks around and continues walking into the chamber.
I know how you feel, Katya. I'm there too.
As it does, you begin to feel the ground shaking as you see the mound that was at the center isn't only rock and soot, but instead living thing, as it splits into two and stand up. You see this roiling fire within a shambling mound of rock and soot and vines that have been burned through this giant fireball within it. And you begin to feel the comfortable warmth of this chamber is now turning into a blazing fire. But that is where we're going to end, as you see these shambling mounds awakening to some sort of activity.
so not
Steps on
great.
weasel.
So not great.
So you
Well,
have a
I
nice
mean, we're
spring
not
day
in a
here.
circle, so we could just.
It's true.
Yeah, we just watch a weasel get murdered, then we walk away.
Get the
That's
hell out of
okay.
there.
He just goes home and then he comes back, and his name's Duke Wesselton.
Oh,
Not
So-
Duke Wesselton.
With that, thank you all for joining us. If you enjoyed being here, please consider following and subscribing and doing all the things. If you're watching YouTube, subscribe, like the video, share it, do the things. And if you're on the podcast, Spotify, make sure to give us 5 stars because that's actually really helping. We're almost at, oh wait, that's right. I think we're at 19K right now.
19.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah. I swear, we went from like, I think
Big
13
numbers.
reviews. Like we have like a 4.9 on Spotify.
Mhm.
Thank
and
you.
we went from like,
everyone.
yeah, thank
That's
you
so
guys
nice of
so
you.
much. It's fucking awesome. We went from 13 reviews to 21 reviews, and then that's when it just like shot up like crazy. But yeah, we were at
That's
like we
awesome.
were like 30 away. Yes, yep, there it is. We are at 19,023 listens. A current audience size of 289 people. That is fucking crazy. Fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
We're gonna
rules.
celebrate
Thank you, everyone.
20.
We gotta celebrate 20. Let's see.
By doing a level 21 shot of
I'm down.
all of our
Honestly, I was
characters.
thinking about that.
fun.
You guys want to fight Tiamat?
Yeah.
I'm
At level
so
20?
down.
At level
Again?
20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Home game, me and Zack, we did Rise of Tiamat, and then we did the ritual. They actually like one round before came out and all that
We
shit.
kicked her ass. We sent
and
her
then
to hell.
and then we did like what would happen if Tiamat actually came out and wiped their ass like
Yeah, but we won for real, so it doesn't count.
right. You actually
We were
stopped
also,
it. Like it was good. It was
I
good.
don't remember what level we were, but we were
But
at our
just
level.
completely just wiped
Beside
the
the point.
floor of them. But
I'm down to do a
regardless,
level 21 shot.
that would be
Oh,
super
yeah.
cool. Get us to 20,
I'd be down.
and we'll do a level 21 shot. I will run Tiamat against these awesome folks. But yes, back to the main point. Spotify, rate us 5 stars. Apple Podcasts, give us a review, rate us 5 stars, do all the things. Follow us on social media at TalkingXP and Matt Maven.
That's me. We're back tomorrow. Sorry that we ended up not doing the game yesterday. Ended up having some work things shift around, so I was busier that day than anticipated. But we will be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna start moving to 7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. though. To give myself more breathing time between that and work. So I'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. We're gonna be working in Photoshop.
Nice. Right on. So join us tomorrow at 7:30 for Matt Maven, and thank you all again for joining us. Make sure to level up, and we will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.